Hey everybody, this is Jen. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about catnip, what it is, what it's used for, and how I preserve it. That's right here on Garden Jen's Journey. Okay, so this is one of my many patches of catnip, and it's also known as cat mint in some areas, though I have been told the two plants are slightly different. But this is catnip, and it is in the mint family, just like lemon balm and peppermint and spearmint. I even have chocolate mint and apple mint growing here in the garden. But today we're talking about catnip. Now this is a very good herb, not just for keeping those cats happy, but also for you as well. You can use the whole plant. It's good for insomnia. It's good for colds. It's good for influenza, heart palpitations, and colic. It's made into a tea quite often to help calm your nerves. And a lot of times catnip will be in some herbal blends. I make some herbal blends here at the house that help with stress and help with sleep. It is very good when it's paired with valerian and lemon balm. It really helps relax you and help you be able to sleep naturally. So the best time to harvest this plant is before it flowers if possible, because the most energy is in the leaves at that time. But if you don't get to it till after it flowers, that's perfectly fine because the whole plant is usable. You want to harvest this first thing in the morning before the sun gets too high. That way the compounds are in the leaves and not down into the root. Because you make the tea mostly from the leaves. So we're going to go ahead and cut some of this down this morning, and we're going to take it in and put it in the dehydrator for storage for later. Catnip is very, very fuzzy and velvety, and I like it because it's so velvety soft. It's really neat to handle, and it smells really good too. Most people, at least here in my state of Michigan, this plant grows wild, and most people hate it because they consider it a noxious weed. But it's not too bad. If you keep up on it, you can remove it from where you don't want it pretty easily. Mints, though they can be invasive if you're not taking care of them, they can be quite easily removed because they have a shallow root system. So there we go. We got some catnip harvested, and we're going to go inside and start drying these out. You can use this fresh if you'd like. There's nothing wrong with coming out and getting yourself a couple leaves and making some fresh tea right away. You can definitely do that. But we're storing this for long-term use for when we are in the middle of winter and we can't come out and harvest our catnip or other herbs. So we're just going to take this into the dehydrator and get that situated. So this is the catnip that I harvested this morning, and I'm going to show you what it looks like in comparison to another herb that I've just harvested. This is a lemon balm. And you can see that these two plants are very, very similar. So you have to make sure that when you're harvesting your herbs and going to use them, that you know what they are. Is it catnip? Is it lemon balm? Or is it something else? Okay, so I'm just going to take the catnip out of the bucket here and get it ready to put on our dehydrator tray. And it's very simple to do. Just grab your tray And we're going to just strip the stems of the leaves and put them on here. And twist off the tops. And one thing I can't stress enough, make sure you know what herb that you have, even though a lot of them are very similar. Catnip and stinging nettle sometimes look quite alike, and you will know the difference when you go to grab that thing. Stinging nettle has earned its name, and you definitely cannot do this with stinging nettle. You have to use gloves. My cats are going crazy because they can smell this fresh catnip, and they really love it. I'll do one more stem here, and I think that's going to fill this tray. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright. Alright, so there we go. Now we're going to take this and we're going to put it in my dehydrator. And because I live in a humid area, Michigan is quite humid, and my house doesn't have a temperature or humidity control, I let this go in my dehydrator overnight to make sure it's completely dry. And my setting for my dehydrator for herbs and flowers and delicate things is between 110 and 120 degrees. It's very important when you're doing herbs and delicate things that you have a variable temperature control on your dehydrator. Most dehydrators, those that are marketed as jerky making dehydrators, those are set at around 165 degrees so they can properly dry the meat to make it safe to consume. 165 is way too hot to dry these things. You will burn them, and not only will it taste nasty, but you will potentially lose the medicinal benefits that you've tried so hard to save in these things. So I dehydrate again between 110 and 120 on my dehydrator, and I let it go overnight. So I'm going to slip this in there, and I will show you what the finished product looks like. So these are my 2 containers of dried herbs from when I harvested them before. This is my lemon balm. This is my catnip. And you can see when they're dried, they look a lot alike as well. So it's good to make sure that you label them. And so I'll open these up here. You can see the fineness that those leaves dehydrate into, and they make a wonderful tea. Same with this one. They make a wonderful tea, and you can put these 2 together. They make a wonderful stress relief tea, and they also help with natural sleep. I have quite a few different herbal mixes that we have made that combine this and this with some other herbs for some different medicinal benefits. So that is what lemon balm and catnip look like. That's how I dehydrate both of them. And if you are new to the channel, I am letting you know that these will be available in my brand new Etsy shop that I just opened as dried herbs, and I will also have seeds and bare roots for both these plants if you want to grow them in your own homestead. But I will have some dried ones available that you guys can use to make your own teas and herbal remedies and things in my Etsy shop, Garden Jen's Homestead. And I'll make sure to put a link in the description box as well as in the pinned comment below the video. I just want to thank you so much for watching the video with me and learning how you can dehydrate these two wonderful herbs. And if you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thank you for being with me on this journey. And until next time, I hope that wherever you are, that you are wonderfully blessed. Bye-bye, everybody.